Hello my loves and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm coming to you guys with a review on the Anastasia of Beverly Hills Stick Foundation. I picked up the shade Warm Natural, so I will show you guys how I applied it. There was a section that there was no noise, so you guys will hear a voiceover. I apologize for that. And I also review and use the new powder foundation by Anastasia. I got the shade Rich Amber. I do have a tutorial coming up of this whole look right here, so stay tuned for that. But anyway, if you guys want to see my foundation routine, my brow routine, my bronzing routine, then keep on watching. This foundation, it goes on pretty creamy. It looks like a perfect match on my skin. I do like this warm natural shade. I like the description of it. I think that is pretty good. Here I am applying it with my M439 brush, my Morphe M439 brush. It is my most favorite brush ever to apply my foundation because it's so big and I can blend it in. And what I'm doing here is just kind of pressing it in and then moving it around. But for the most part, it's blending okay. Did a pretty good job. The only thing is it's definitely not a full coverage foundation because as you can see there, you can still see my pimple. You can still see like it is looking crazy, but I did add a little bit more and kind of press some more onto the skin. I don't like this one area around my lips, which is looking real cakey, and I know it looks crazy right now because I'm talking to you guys, but I'm not talking to you guys because you don't hear me, but you hear me now. So my stupid ass just realized I didn't have my mic on this whole time as I was talking to you guys. That's definitely a voiceover. I'm just gonna finish doing this, prepping this into my skin. This is really my normal foundation routine, whatever you didn't hear about it. Again, I'll do a voiceover for the whole fucking 15 minutes that I was filming. So dumb, so dumb. Anyway, this is pretty much my same makeup routine. I usually apply my foundations with a brush and then I press them with a sponge. My prep is usually the same. It's all dependent on what kind of foundations I'm using. But for the most part, I moisturize, spritz my face with some Fix Plus, and then throw on my my primer. So it really doesn't really change. Some days I omit it, some days I don't. Oh, dumbass. Ta-ta! My Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder. This one is in the shade Translucent. So anyway, I take my sponge, and a little trick for us older ladies, or us ladies that get a little creeping or creping under here. I start off putting the powder here and bringing it under the eye like that. So that way I don't get too much of the powder right here where it looks like too much. You get what I'm saying? Like it'll creep up on me regardless of what concealer I use. It just happens. But as you can see, it just totally smoothed out that area, and I put most of the product starting here and brought it into the inner corner. So that's just a tip that I just wanted to share with you guys. I know I don't do those much. So I'm gonna go in with my Royal & Langnickel BMD 100 brush. It is the fluffiest brush ever. And I'm gonna take my BH Cosmetics Studio Pro powder, which is actually a dupe for the Mineralized Skin Finish by MAC. I have the shade 230. Only thing I don't like about this is that it doesn't have that many shades. Anyway, I'm gonna take it and press it onto the skin. I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows. I guess I could do them with you guys on camera. I'm gonna take my ABH Dip Brow Pomade in Granite. It's one of my favorites. The Smith 203 brush. Take it on the back of my hand like that. And I just pretty much take the sides of my brush like that and then tap on, stamp it. When I first got my first Dip Brow Pomade, I went very thick with it, like very thick with it. This stuff is powerful. Like I use this. I've had this for over like a year and a half now. And you clearly don't need much because you see me filling in my brows just fine. I picked up the Anastasia of Beverly Hills Powder Bronzer. It's one of their new bronzers. And I picked up one of the shades. Like, look at the packaging. Can we just give recognition on the packaging alone? This feels better than my Chanel packaging when I had all Chanel products when I started off, you know, YouTube or whatever. This is in the shade Rich Amber, and it comes in, I think, 6 shades. That I picked up was kind of like, I was going by the descriptions. It comes in 6 shades. Apparently, she is really trying to cater to women of color a little bit more, because it is very hard for deeper skin tones to find their perfect bronzer or contour shade, not a bronzer shade so much. So she has mahogany, a saddle, cappuccino, rich amber, tawny, and rosewood, and I went from darkest to lightest. Of course, Anastasia's website will be linked down below. So this is the shade right here, and it looks really dark, especially for my skin tone. So I'm going to zoom out just a smidge. It does have like a sheen, a slight sheen to it that's kind of patchy. There we go. It does have like a slight sheen. This is not a pure matte bronzer, but I love bronzers like this that aren't just too matte. It's very, very soft though. It's actually pretty neutral. Let's give her a go. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my Sigma F25 tapered brush. So for blush, I'm going to be using my Milani Luminoso. I'm just going to be using one of my unicorn brushes. Okay guys, so I'm going to go ahead and finish off my eyes. I'm actually going to film a tutorial on these soft glam palettes. Finish off my eyes. Put on this highlighter. I want to see if it's any good. I haven't even swatched it yet. Finish off my lips, and I will be back with you guys to tell you guys my thoughts on this foundation, and if there's any changes within the next few hours, you will know. Okay, my love, so this is the completed look. Again, there will be a tutorial for this look right here using the Soft Glam palettes and the Amrezi highlighter. Overall, I do like this thick foundation. If you have normal skin, I think this will be a perfect foundation for you. I love the shade range. I love the packaging. It feels very sturdy and sleek, and I feel like it has a decent amount of product in it. Now, this isn't a full coverage foundation by any means. It's more like a light to buildable medium to high medium coverage. And overall, it is really nice. It does show the skin. It is not extremely heavy, which is a plus. But it's not something that I would wear all the time, especially if my skin is extremely dry. The bronzer itself, off the hook, absolutely love it. And I love the fact that she has 6 varying shades of bronzer. I know my hair is looking kind of crazy right now. Got this little thing going there. But anyway, so yeah, overall the foundation is really good, but I do recommend it more for someone that has normal to like slightly oily skin. I feel that if you have too much oily skin, it might definitely separate and break up on you. And if you have dry skin, it's definitely going to cling onto those patches, especially if you do not do like, you know, your skincare, or if you know, if it's just extremely dry. So I definitely recommend moisturizing, priming, and doing all that skin prep before applying this foundation anyway. But overall, I love the way the skin is looking right now. I've had it on for over 4 hours right now, and I quite am enjoying it. I really think the shade match is perfect, spot on. These are definitely sticks I would recommend if you like to contour and highlight with cream sticks like this. This actually I would recommend because you're going to set it with a powder anyway. So yeah guys, that's pretty much it for my review and my overall thoughts on the Anastasia Beverly Hills Stick Foundation and her new bronzer. I hope you guys like this video. Please thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And as always, I will see you guys in my next video. Love you guys. Bye.